Okay, for a long time I've been planning to build a deck on the back of our house when I was ready, and recently I've been thinking about doing something different, a paver patio. So I think we're going to go that direction instead. The last couple weeks I've been doing quite a bit of research on how to do that and considerations and so forth. So what we're going to do is do a staircase here, some steps coming out. It'll be granite capped with blocking underneath. So I've excavated this area for a concrete pad that I'm going to be constructing. For that I've used this tamper, flat shovel, spade shovel, 4-foot level, a steel rake, and grub hoe or pitch. So here you can see that we're excavated down 10 inches. This is where the pad's going to go, right about here. It should be the same on this side. Let's put in the chalk lines, and it's all compacted, and it's sloping away from the house. The sub base is sloping away from the house. About a fourth pitch, if not more. So it's a pretty steep pitch going away from the house. What I'm going to do next is just shovel in some of the gravel, 3/4 inch, not gravel, but crushed stone. And I'll smooth that out, tamp that down as well, and then we'll have our base upon which we'll build the pad. Okay, we're making some progress here. It is an extremely hot day. It's evening now, but I've laid down, I think, 2, maybe 3 courses of 3/4 inch stone, compacted it. It's level side to side, and it's pitching back about 1/8, maybe a quarter. And so this is my plan to protect the pipe. I got these cinder blocks that are solid, and I just need to level them side to side, which actually is just about where it needs to be. Okay, that's just about perfect right there. And then the plan is that on top and pour the pad on top of that. So I have a little over 2 inches there of room, plenty of room. It's not going to settle more than 2 inches. The goal is, honestly, even if it did settle, that wouldn't be a problem. The goal is to pour the pad so that it's not going to be ever touching this pipe here. So I'll just do that all along the length of the pipe. I'll figure something out at the end there because it's a little bit higher, but that should be, it'll protect it more than it was even protected before. Okay, so I've put down all the 3/4 inch stone, several layers of it, tamped it all down and watered it just to get all the dust to go down. And next thing I'm going to do is just make sure that it's all basically at the right pitch, about an 1/8 pitch, and then I'm going to drill some holes into the foundation for the rebar, and then we'll make the form and mix and pour the pad. Hopefully do it all today. But you can see that's protecting that pipe that we were seeing, and it's well protected. Okay, we got it all square and leveled properly, so it's pitching away 1/8, and we've got the pipe all covered up, and it's all squared off as well, the right measurements. Now I'm going to put the rebar connected to the foundation wall, and that'll hold everything in place. So I've actually never done this before, but I'm going to try to drill maybe a 3 or 4 inch hole, and then we'll put 1/2 inch rebar in there. All right, now we are ready for the concrete. Got the rebar connected to the foundation. Rebars are connected to each other, and we're ready to start mixing up. I got 18 bags of that this morning. That's the blocking for the steps later. How you doing, my buddy? We're doing 2 bags at a time.
That's work right here.
Yep. It's all gonna go in there. We're gonna have a beautiful pad by the time we're done. Okay, so we've finished laying the first course of blocks for the first steps. They're all glued down with concrete glue, and it was raining for a couple of days, so I finally got a beautiful day where everything is nice and dry. One thing I've really noticed in this project is how much measuring you have to do and planning you have to do, because once something is set in stone, as they say, you can't change it. So I've done things like planning of the steps in terms of both the depth, or how far it comes out from the house is very important to plan, as well as the height of the steps, each tread and so forth, and how that all fits together. So it's very important. I found it helpful just to draw them out and really think about them and go over them a number of times to make sure that I've got the measurements right. What I'm going to do now is fill in the course with the crushed stone, and then I'll start to put on the second course of blocking from there. So I really want to get the steps done first, and then we'll look at the patio next after that. Alrighty, so we've got the cores filled up, and what's next is I'm going to start laying the second course, and for that I have these corner blocks, and I wanted to have, so the next corner block will come to right here, and I wanted it to be equal distant on this block, so I had to shave off about 2 inches because it came out to here. So 2 inches, and that way it'll be nice and even overlaying the blocks below it. And these are the corner blocks that I just shaved off 2 inches from right there. So I'm just going to let them dry out. So finishing up my second course is blocking here, and I decided to add some rebar to go down in the cores of some of the blocks. I realize it's probably overkill, but just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, I decided to do that, and it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to now mix up some mortar and fill in those cores with the rebar in them, which will lock those blocks together. It's coming along good. Okay, now we're doing the fun part. This is the mortaring down of the treads and the landing with the granite caps. So Martin's been helping me out here. This is type S mortar, which is a whole different ball game than the regular concrete. It's much smoother, and you really have to put it at just the right thickness. Sometimes you have to take out the cap and do it again. You want to get it just right, and you want to leave a ½ inch gap between each piece of granite that will point in there with the appropriate tools. Alright, steps are done. Happy with how it came out. And someone has been watching me for much of the project. What do you think, Gigi? Think they came out pretty well? Mm-hmm. So, again, a lot of measurements, planning, but overall I think they came out great. On to the excavation for the patio next. Got to think of where exactly I want it to border of it to go. So, to be determined.